4-pitch walk for Daniels. Charlie Johns will now step into the batter's box for Richland. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1-0 Richland. Stealing home is Jace Volpolenski, and he is safe on the steal as the ball isn't caught by the catcher, a ball way outside, and that makes the score 2-0 in favor of the Bombers. Gutsy call here by the Richland Bombers, but Volpolenski makes the most of it. Makes the score now 2-0 in favor of the green and gold. John steps in now. 1 ball, no strikes. Wilkinson delivers, ball inside. We'll see if Corbin comes home. He does, and he slides under the tag. Pass ball will make the score 3-0 in favor of Richland. So the first 3 batters for Richland have come around and score. As the cleanup hitter for Richland, Chris Daniels patrols third base, excuse me. Charlie Johns looks at ball 3, 3-0 count now on the senior. Delivery now to Johns. He takes a hack and fouls one straight back. Straight off to the left, actually. Charlie battling 302 on the season. See what he does here with a 3-1 count, no outs, and a runner on third. Down in the zone, and that will be ball 4. And Wilkinson has walked 3 of the first 5 batters here for the Bombers. We get a mound visit.
Now batting first base number 6, Dallas Bennett.
Back here at Bomber Field, runners on first and second for Dallas Bennett. No outs here for Kyle Wilkinson. See if Charlie Johns takes off at first. He does not. And Dallas Bennett takes ball 1. Bennett batting 304 on the season. The Richland Bomber ace not on the hill today for the first round of the playoffs. High in the zone. Ball 2. Two-0 count now. Wilkinson looks over to first. Delivers the 2-0 outside. 3-0 count now. Wilkinson will be delivering his 26th pitch. Only delivered 7 strikes as he delivers the 26th for a 4-pitch walk to Dallas Bennett.
Now batting left fielder 5, John Simons.
So bases loaded again here for John Simons, the junior left fielder. Simons batting .389 on the year. First pitch from Wilkinson, high and inside, ball 1. Curveball doesn't break enough to catch the zone and is delivered high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes now for Johns. Nowhere to put Johns, or for John Simons, excuse me. As he looks at 2-0 count in there for strike 1. Wilkinson winds and fires and clips the outside part of the zone for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on John Simons. Wind up in the pitch, high and over Simons' head about. Fills the count up 3-2. Again, nowhere to put Simons. No outs here in the bottom of the first. 3-0 Richland. Delivery from Wilkinson, swinging through it, strike 3. By Simons for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Simons' classmate, fellow junior Race Reeves. Chops one to the second baseman. Second baseman rolls it to second for the first out, but Reeves beats out the throw to first. And there'll be a fielder's choice and score Daniels from third. Make the score 4-0 Richland. I'll bring up the senior, Drew Johnson. Johnson, .353 batting average. So he takes the first pitch right past the second baseman, and that will score Charlie Johns. Drew tries to stretch the single into a double, and he slides off the bag, but no tag applied, and he is safe at second base. Great piece of hitting there by Drew Johnson and base running as he moves the Richland lead to 5-0. Almost a TH situation as he scores Johns. Moves Reeves over to third. And now he is on, he being Johnson, on second base. And bring up the leadoff hitter for Richland and Cooper Jones. With 2 away here in the bottom of the first. First pitch delivered high. Earlier in the inning, Cooper led off the game with a 4-pitch walk. Second time against Wilkinson, a lot like the first, as he faces a 2-0 count. 2-0 to Jones as he hits one in the shallow right field. That will be enough to score Reeves and enough to score Johnson. So a 2 RBI, 2-out single off the bat of Cooper Jones makes the lead 7-0 Richland. Pinch running again for Cooper Jones at first will be number 8, Andre Ang. Vopolenski now steps in for Richland. He had the great bunt straight back to the pitcher in the earlier part of this inning. A bunt single started things off for Richland. So he takes first pitch strike. And as we've batted through the order, 7 of the Richland Bombers' starting 9 have scored a run to start this game off. Ang takes off for second, the throw down, not in time, as Andre takes his 13th stolen base of the year. One pitch outside. Makes the count 2-1 now in favor of Vopo. Wilkinson winds and fires high and inside, now ball 3. Wilkinson fires a strike in there to bring the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Vopolenski. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Andre Ang at second base. Wilkinson fires, and that's ball 4. Vopolenski will take first. Again for the second time, that'll bring up John Corbin. Wilkinson winds and fires, swinging first pitch, strike 1. John Corbin. Earlier in this inning, Corbin had a RBI double as he hacks one to left center field, high and deep, but it'll be caught at the warning track to end the inning. So 7 runs, 4 hits, 1 error makes the score 7-0 as we go to the top of the second here at Bomber Field. Welcome back to Bomber Field here for District 8 playoff baseball here on Atomic TV. Leading off the second for the Lewis and Clark Tigers will be Gabe Daniel. Troy Molna takes the mound again for Richland. Fires a first pitch strike. Daniel fouls one straight to the right. Right off the fence. About where our microphone was. The 0-2 now to Daniel. Outside, ball one. Back in the top of the first inning, Lewis and Clark went 1-2-3 before the Bombers crossed 7 across the plate. Ball 2 is delivered on behalf of Molna. 2-2 count now. Molna winds and fires, and Daniel hops out of the way. He could have had a free bag, but he takes ball 3 instead. Loads the count up 3-2. Molna winds and fires. Fouled straight back into the netting. Three-two pitch again by Molna. Fouled off to the left. Another 3-2 delivered by Molna. Another one foul to the left. Daniel fighting. Again, Troy Molna, 12 innings pitched on the year, 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of them have been earned as he delivers another 3-2 pitch. And another fouled off to the batting cages, off to the left. Molna winds and fires again. Doesn't get enough of the strike zone. And that will give the Tigers their first base runner of the afternoon. Bring up Jack Van Voorhis. Squares around a bunt, does Van Voorhis, but fouls it straight back for strike 1. Molna looks over to first. Van Voorhis squares around the bunt. And Cooper Jones grabs it to make it strike 2. Grabbed it in foul territory. Molna winds and fires the 0-2 in the outside part of the plate. Ball 1. Tries to get Van Voorhis to chase. The 1-2 now. Van Voorhis swings straight through it for the first strikeout of the day for Troy Molna. I'll bring up Ian Schwartz. He designated hitter for the Tigers. First pitch delivered inside, but clips enough for the zone for strike 1. Again, the Tigers and the Bombers haven't faced each other too much in baseball or really any other sport except for basketball in their storied histories. Molna delivers ball 1. Most notably, Richland defeating Lewis and Clark back in 1958 in the state basketball championship game. Fouled straight back into the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Schwartz. Bombers winning that game 58-52 for their first of 3 basketball state championships. Schwartz skies one into center field, but Race Reeves goes back a bit and settles under it to capture the first out, or the second out of the inning.
Coming to the plate, right to number 6, Logan Thome.
I'll bring up Logan Thome for the Tigers. And in terms of GSL state championships, as we begin this playoff run on behalf of the Richland Bombers and Lewis and Clark Tigers, Thome singles one just in front of John Simons for the first hit of the day for the Tigers. First pitch swinging on his Thome, and that will bring up Garrett Bozo.
Coming to the plate, the catcher, number 8, Garrett Bozo.
To finish the thought, GSL baseball state championships, only one in the GSL has a state title. That would be the West Valley Eagles back in the 1970s. Molina winds and fires and delivers ball 1. In the MCC, a completely different story. Richland leads the way with 5, most recently in 2018. Southridge has 2. As the Bozo chops it to Corbin. Corbin over to first to Bennett, and that will end the top of the second inning. So a little bit of a threat on behalf of the Tigers, but no harm done as we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Corbin, Daniels, and Johns when we come back here on Atomic TV.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 15, Jackson Vanderwood.
Welcome back to Bomber Field here at the campus, on the campus of Richland High School, for today's District 8 playoff matchup between the Lewis and Clark Tigers and the Richland Bombers. Pitching change for the Lewis and Clark Tigers. Now on the mound for the Tigers is Jack Van Voorhis. It was a rough first inning for starter Wilkinson. Ends with Wilkinson on the hook for 7 runs, 4 of them earned, walking 5, and only striking out 1 in his 45 pitches. So Van Voorhis now takes the mound, and he will face off against Chris Daniels. Daniels will be the leadoff. Daniels will be the leadoff here for the Bombers. First pitch strike delivered by Van Voorhis. Ball delivered by Van Voorhis makes the count 1-1. Daniels takes a hack, fouls one straight off to the right. Ball in the dirt. 2-2 count now on Daniels. Count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes on the junior. Chops one foul. We will re-rack. So this is a matchup between the GSL 3 and the MCC 2 on behalf of the Lewis and Clark Tigers and the Richland Bombers. Give you some score updates from around the playoff baseball. And last left it high and deep to left field, and that'll be off the fence. Just shy of the top of the fence to give him a home run, but he gets a stand-up double to lead off this inning. Chris Daniels. Good piece of hitting as he lifts the offering by Van Voorhis deep in the left field, just off the 2018 state championship sign. We'll bring up Charlie Johns. Johns walked here in the first inning and did come around to score, as did 7 of his teammates in the bottom of the first. It hasn't faced Van Voorhis yet, as Van Voorhis delivers the first pitch strike. So as I said before, a matchup of GSL 3 and MCC 2. MCC number 1 seed, the Kamaikan Braves, are battling the Pasco Bulldogs out at LaPierre Field. Breaking ball doesn't catch the zone. And that score out at LaPierre sees the Kamaikan Braves in the lead 8-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Ooh, right off the ankle of Charlie Johns, and he does not look too happy as he trots down to first base. Now we'll bring up Dallas Bennett.
Now batting first base number 6, Dallas Bennett.
Van Voorhis delivers. Daniels takes third base, and the catcher airmails the throw over to third base, and that will score Daniels for the 8th run of the game for Richland. 8-0. So a stolen base by Johns and Daniels turns into a run for Richland. As Bennett chops one to the shortstop. Shortstop rolls it over to first, and he airmails first baseman. And there'll be a free base for both Johns and Dallas Bennett. So runners at second and third now. Still with no out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting left fielder 5, John Simons.
We'll bring out number 5, John Simons. First pitch by Van Voorhis is a ball down in the zone. One out to Simons, chopped over to the third base. This will be the first out of the inning. It is, but Charlie Johns scores to make the score 9-0 in favor of the green and gold. So a fielder's choice RBI on the bat of John Simons brings up Race Reeves.
Now batting center fielder 7, Race Reeves.
First pitch delivered down the zone, but for a strike. 1-1 chopped over towards second base. Shortstop comes over and throws Race Reeves out at first, but it brings home the 10th run for the Bombers. As the score now 10-0 in favor of the green and gold. 2 outs now. And we'll bring up Drew Johnson. Johnson with an RBI single, his first time up. Takes the first pitch high and deep into right center field, and that will get down as Drew Johnson rounds first. He takes second. He might go 3. He does, as a throw from the warning track will be not in time, as Drew Johnson gets a 2-out triple here in the bottom of the second inning. Saw the ball left high in the zone for Johnson. He took it for a ride to the warning track. And a scoring opportunity again for Cooper Jones.
Cooper Jones.
It's Cooper's second or third at bat of the day, excuse me. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and 2 RBI on that second time up. Cooper lifts one to right field. Right fielder settles under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Bombers plate 3 in the bottom of the second. As we head to the top of the third, it's Richland 10, Lewis and Clark 0.
After 4.5. 4.5. 4.5, yeah. So if they don't score anything by the bottom of 15, it's over.
Time for the top TV on that scoreboard. After 3 innings of play, from Spokane is Chihuahua 4, Central Valley 3. And from Lafayette Field in Kennewick, it's Mike 10, Pasco 0.
So we welcome you back to Mid-Columbia Conference and GSL Playoff Baseball here on Atomic TV. Bombers 10, the Lewis and Clark Tigers 0 as we lead off the top of the third inning. Looks like we'll get a substitution for the Lewis and Clark Tigers. Give you a score update from around the District 8 playoffs at the 4A ranks. Bottom 3, it's Kamaikan 10, Pasco 0. Kamaikan the number 2 overall seed, battling the number 8 seed Pasco Bulldogs. And the number 1 overall seed, Central Valley Bears, losing right now 4-3 to the Chihuahua Riverhawks. That also in the bottom of the third inning. We'll keep an eye on that for you as the next round matchups make themselves known. As Molna delivers the first pitch strike to Landon Kerberly. Kerberly coming in to the lineup for Fulgaro. Kerberly skies one to right. Drew Johnson moseys over to the right and captures the ball to record the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Parker Euro.
Shortstop number 16, Parker Euro.
Euro, the leadoff man for the Tigers. Molna delivers a quick 0-2 on Euro with one down. Molna tries to get Euro to chase outside, doesn't get him. 1-2 count now. Euro pops one off to the right side. I don't think Bennett can have enough room. No, he does. Makes a sliding catch in foul territory on the warning track for out number 2. Great sliding play made by Dallas Bennett. So 2 batters up in this inning and 2 outs for Lewis and Clark. We'll bring up number 2, Cooper Jeffries. Molna winds and fires inside, ball 1. Strike 1 delivered, he gives the count up at 1-1. Also attempt to get you scored down in the 3A ranks as Cooper Jeffries fouls one off. The Kennewick Lions face a critical loser out contest against the Meade Panthers over at Roy Johnson Field in Kennewick. Breaking ball doesn't break on behalf of Molna. Some consternation on behalf of the MCC as to why Kennewick, as the number 1 seed, has to face a loser out game. That's for another day as Drew Johnson moseys over in right field and makes out number 3 for the Bombers. We head to the bottom of the 3rd now. Richland 10, Lewis and Clark 0.
Out-of-town scoreboard in a loser out game. It is Kennewick 4, Meade 1 in the top of the 4th. Leading up the Bombers, shortstop, number 20, James Volbolensky.
Welcome back to the Bomber Field on the campus of Richland High School. As we lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning, Jace Volpolensky leads it off for Richland. Might have heard a game update from PA announcer Michael Valise. Kennewick and Meade battling at Roy Johnson Field. Kennewick up 4-1 on the Panthers in the top of the 4th. As Volpolensky pops one to right field. Right fielder gets in enough to get it, and he does to record the first out of the inning and make Volpolensky head back to the dugout.
Through the plate, second baseman, number 17, John Corbin.
I'll bring up John Corbin. Corbin takes ball one outside. So we didn't talk about the matchups too much, but the winner of this game will face the winner of Chiawana and Central Valley. That's why we're giving you so many updates on that score. This count now sits at 1-1 on Corbin. Then the winner of the Pasco and Kamayakan contest out at LaPierre will face the winner of Gonzaga Prep in Hanford. Gonzaga Prep and Hanford's first pitch 5 minutes away up in Spokane. The 1-2 now to Corbin. Pops one straight back up the middle for a single. So Corbin now on first, and that'll bring up Chris Daniels. Again, the two have combined for most of Richland's offensive production this season. We'll see what they can do here in the bottom of the third inning. Corbin takes his lead, doesn't take off for second just yet as the ball is delivered in the dirt for ball one. Van Voorhis looks over to Corbin. Now delivers to Daniels, and that's fouled right past the third base coach, Charlie Moody. One the count now on Daniels. Corbin takes off for second base, and he will be just thrown out. A very close play at second base. For my eye, he looked to be in there, but the run threat is now eliminated. Moody coaching John Corbin up a little bit, perhaps on where he started his slide. Daniels now faces a 2-2 count. And that pitch gets Daniels in the back. So he will now occupy first base. I'll bring up Charlie Johns.
Charlie Johns.
Come on, Chuck. Come on, kid.
Breaking ball gets in the outside corner of the zone. Strike one. Daniels gets his lead at first. The 0-1 delivered, and Charlie Johns fouls it off to the left. We'll bring up an 0-2 count now on the senior. The 0-2 way outside. Introduces the first ball into the count. Charlie grounds one right to the shortstop who can't get a clean handle on it, and he will reach first base safely. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, Bombers have runners at first and second base for Dallas Bennett.
Stepping in the first base, number 6, Dallas Bennett.
Strike one delivered. Daniels gets his lead at second. And a pass ball will allow Johns and Daniels to take a free 90 feet. There is a pitched runner into the contest. Number 16, Colson Mackey, will run for the 14, Charlie Johns. So we talked briefly about the Kennewick and Meade game being a loser-out game. All of the 3A games are loser-out games today. We got several just getting underway at various locations in Eastern Washington. Van Voorhees delivers. Now it's chopped back up the middle by Dallas Bennett. Shortstop grabs it cleanly this time and throws over to first for out number 3. So no runs crossing the plate for the Richland Bombers, and the score remains 10-0 in favor of the green and gold. We'll be right back here on Atomic TV.
Oh, yeah. Hey, no shit. Can't believe there's not a little.
Welcome back to District 8 playoff baseball here at Bomber Field on the campus of Richland High School. Pitching change for your Richland Bombers as we hit the top of the 4th inning. Number 21. Be Ammerman. Alec Ammerman, one of 2 Bomber aces this season.
Bombers, number 21, Alec Ammerman.
So Ammerman getting some work in this 10-0 ball game. As Molina does a great job for Richland.
Leading up the Tigers, number 12, Kyle Wilkinson.
Molina exits the game 3 innings pitched, only 1 hit given up, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Again, 0 runs on behalf of the Lewis and Clark Tigers, and that will bring up Alec Ammerman facing the starting pitcher for the Tigers today, Kyle Wilkinson. First pitch strike on the inside, but a swinging strike on behalf of Wilkinson. Scoring update for you from Spokane. Central Valley trailing Chiawana 4-3 in the top of the 5th inning. As Ammerman delivers strike 2. And out at LaPierre Field, Kamiagan stretches their lead to 11-0 in the top of the 5th over the Pasco Bulldogs as Ammerman gets Wilkinson looking for strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
Come to the plate, third baseman, number 25, Gabe Daniel.
Just getting underway in Spokane on the campus of Gonzaga Prep High School. Hanford facing Gonzaga Prep. And on the 3A side, Cheney battling Walla Walla and Ridgeline battling Mount Spokane in the 3A ranks. Those games just getting underway here at the 1 o'clock hour. 1-1 pitch from Ammerman. And there for strike 2. Great strike 3 looking on behalf of Ammerman. Retires his first 2 batters he's faced, both with strikeouts looking.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 15, Jack Van Voorhis.
Now Jack Van Voorhis will step in for the Tigers. Working quickly is Ammerman and delivers ball 1 on the outside. Strike 1 delivered. Evens the count up at 1-1. Fastball down in the zone, doesn't clip it though. 2-1 count now. Van Voorhis fouls it back. Evens the count up 2-2 now. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now for Ammerman. And he delivers ball 4. And the first walk given up by Ammerman.
Now batting, the DH, number 10, Ian Schwartz.
We'll bring up Ian Schwartz for the Tigers. So we're going to pinch runner at first base. I believe it'll be number 34. Be Brody Bugby.
Courtesy running first base, number 34, Brody Bugby.
First pitch down to Schwartz, strike 1. You know, 1 count to Schwartz with Bugby on first. In there for strike 2, a quick 0-2 now on Schwartz. The 0-2 from Emmerman in the dirt for ball 1. One, 2 from Emmerman. In there on the outside corner for strike 3 as he strikes out, looking all 3 of his victims in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 10-0 Richland. Welcome back to Bomber Field as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning.
It is time for the top of TV at scoreboard after 4 innings of play. It's 5-1.
Get a new pitcher on the bump. No, excuse me, new hitter. Get a new hitter up for the Richland Bombers. Same pitcher, Jack Van Voorhis on the bump for the Lewis and Clark Tigers.
Pitch hitter number 3, Carter
Be
Upmeyer.
Carter Upmeyer. up for the Bombers. Upmeyer takes first pitch, ball high and inside. Update from the 3A playoff ranks. Kennewick stretches their lead to 5-1 now over Meade. Again, loser out contest at Roy Johnson Field. Upmeyer fouls one off to the left. That in the top of the 5th inning. Again, Kennewick the #1 overall seed. Ambrose driver on the hill for the Kennewick Lions. Two-one pitch now to Upmeyer. Ball in the dirt away. Bring up 3-1 count. Upmeyer skies one over the left field, over the left fielder's head, and just off the top of the fence, and he will go in for a stand-up double into second base. So a leadoff double for Carter Upmeyer. I'll bring up the senior Trey Bush.
Now batting, pitch hitter number 11, Trey Bush.
And we've just received a final from LaPierre Field. The Kamaikan Braves defeating the Pasco Bulldogs 11-0 in 4.5 innings. So Kamaikan will move on to face the winner of Hanford and Gonzaga Prep. Trey fouls the first pitch off to the right. Again, that Hanford and Gonzaga Prep game just getting underway in Spokane. Trey Bush awaits the 0-1. He chops one over to the right. Second baseman gobbles it up and throws it over to first for out number 1.
Coming to the plate, the pitch hitter, number 25, Ben Lehman.
I'll bring in number 25, Ben Lehman. Lehman, the senior, getting his pinch hitting duties in here against Lewis and Clark. Swings at the first pitch down the zone, fouls it straight back. The 0-1 count now to Lehman. He pops one up to the left side, just out of play into the Richland dugout. So a quick 0-2 on Ben Lehman. High and outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count now on Ben. And for his winds and fires, another ball in the dirt, evens the count up at 2. Fouls one off straight back into the catcher's mitt for a strikeout. Now we'll see Ben Lehman retire, and that will bring up number 8, Andre Ang.
Now pitching the Bombers, number 8, Andre Ang.
Ball 1 delivered to Andre. Leaves the second pitch outside. 2-0 now on Andre Yang. Again, mostly courtesy running duties for Andre. 13 stolen bases on the year. As he leaves the ball outside, and that's called a strike. 2-1 count now on Andre. He hits one back up the middle, and Andre Yang gets an RBI, brings in Carter Upmeyer, and brings the lead to 11-0 in favor of the Bombers.
Now batting, shortstop number 20, Jay Svobolinski.
Stepping in now, the senior Jace Vopolenski. And we'll get a pinch runner at first for Andre Yang. It'll be number 15, Easton Prano.
Now running first base number 15, Easton Prano.
You check the score in Spokane at Central Valley High School. Chiawana still holding that 4-3 lead over the Bears. Chiawana is threatening in the top of the 6th inning. 2 runners on and no out for the Riverhawks. And the winner of this game will face the winner of that contest. Strike one delivered to Vopolenski. The game will be played Tuesday, May 9th at 6 p.m. Vopolenski fouls it straight back. And Vopolenski strikes out to end the inning and the threat for Richland. The Bombers 11, Lewis and Clark 0 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Now pitching for the Bombers, number 24, Connor Lakey. Today's time for another Atomic TV Out-Town scoreboard update. In the top of the 6th inning, it is Chiawana 4, Central Valley 3.
Welcome back to Bomber Field. The first round of the District 8 baseball playoffs at the 4A level between the Bombers and the Tigers. I want to congratulate the Richland Bombers softball team on their most recent victory, clinching the 2023 Mid-Columbia Conference Championship. They enter the playoffs as the #1 overall seed in their District 8 playoffs, which begin Tuesday at Columbia Playfields. Good luck to the Lady Bombers in their playoff. And as we start off the top of the 5th inning here at Bomber Field, it's still Chiawana 4, Central Valley 3 in the top of the 6th. And the winner of that game will battle the winner of this one on Tuesday, May 9th. It's Connor Lakey now on the hill for Richland. Lakey facing Logan Thome. Score update now, 6-3 Chiawana over Central Valley. Again, top of the 6th up in Spokane. Lakey delivers a ball 2-1 count now. Ball 3 delivered in the dirt. And a 5-pitch walk delivered to the first batter on behalf of Lakey to start off the top of the 5th. So you're going to pinch hitter now. Number 7, Jackson Pincock. We're on first, no outs here for the Tigers. Lakey delivers first pitch strike. Now we're at Roy Johnson Field, still Kennewick 5, Meade 1, bottom of the 5th inning. Pass ball, gets past Cooper Jones. As we'll get a mound visit from Coach Charlie Moody. Mound visit over. Moody heads back to the dugout. We'll resume play, runner on second. No outs here for Connor Lakey. A 1-1 count. Delivers ball 2 inside. All delivered down the zone. 3-1 count now on Pincock. Ball in the dirt. Walk number 2 on behalf of Lakey. I think that will be a short hook for Lakey. Now pitching for the Bombers will be Chris Daniels. We'll keep it here as Daniels warms up. Stepping up to the plate for the Tigers is going to be number 20, Landon Kerberly.
Now pitching for the Bombers, Chris Daniels.
Score update from Spokane, or lack of a score update, I should say. Top second, Falcons and Bullpups still scoreless. Winner of that contest will go to face Kamiakin Tuesday at LaPierre Field in a winner to state contest. Daniels now evens the count up, 1-1. And short score update, Hanford Falcons now take the lead, 1-0 over the Bullpups in the top of the second. Pass ball gets by Jones again. He gathers, no throw down. And the runners move up 90 feet each. And Daniels in a bit of a hole here, 2-1 count. Runners on second and third. Now 3-1 count. Daniels winds and fires. Strike one down in the zone. And fouled straight back to keep the count at 3-2. Full count pitch by Daniels. Gets past Jones. And that will lead to the first Lewis and Clark run of the day. As a walk gives Kerberly first. Scores the first runner for Lewis and Clark. Runners at first and third now. As Parker Euro steps in for the Tigers. Pickoff attempt over at first. Again, no outs here in the top of the fifth. And ball one on Euro. Euro now chops one to the shortstop, Volpolensky. He crosses over to Corbin and over to Bennett, not in time. So another run scores, makes the score 11-2 in favor of Richland, with one away here in the top of the fifth.
Now batting center number 2, Cooper Jeffries.
Cooper Jeffries in the batter's box for the Tigers. Another ball in the dirt. Gets away from Cooper Jones, and that will give Euro second base. Daniel settles in the 1-0 pitch. Lifted into center field, and that will get down in front of Race Reeves, and Race quickly gets it into Corbin. Runners now at first and third for Lewis and Clark.
Now batting number 12, Kyle Wilkinson.
So another first and third situation for Richland. Kyle Wilkinson digs in for Lewis and Clark. Pickoff attempt to first again. Daniels winds and fires. Breaking ball doesn't catch the top of the zone for ball one.
Go, kid. Throw a strike.
And that ball lifted in left center field. Hovering over is Simons and Reeves makes the catch, the center fielder, but that will bring in a run as the second out is recorded, but a sacrifice fly brings home Euro for the Tigers' third run of the inning.
Now batting number 25, Gabe Daniel.
Now we'll bring up number 25, Gabe Daniel. Runner on first, 2 outs now for Chris Daniels as he steps off and takes a beat. Daniels' curveball doesn't catch the zone for ball one. Second pitch by Daniels in there for strike one. 1-1 count now. Second strike, fastball in there. 1-2 count now on Daniel. Daniels winds and fires, swinging, strike 3, and Daniels gets out of the inning, striking out Daniel. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Bombers 11, Tigers 3.
Leading out of the Bombers, second baseman number 17, John Corbin.
Welcome back to Bomber Field as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. John Corbin leading it off for Richland. Still facing Van Voorhis. Corbin pops it up. Will that get out of play? It will. It hits off the bleachers. Scoring update from Kennewick. Lions 8, Panthers 1 in the bottom of the 5th. That on the 3A playoff side. As Corbin takes the second strike in there. 1-2 count now on the junior. Corbin singles right back up the middle. Get this inning started for the green and gold. I'll bring up Chris Daniels.
Now batting the pitcher number 10, Chris Daniel.
So we also check the score in Spokane, Central Valley and Chiawana. Chiawana up 9-4 now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Daniels rips one past the third baseman for a single. Could turn into a double. Corbin goes to third. He'll be in there safely as Daniels occupies second. First pitch, single or double rip down the line for Daniels. Now we'll bring up Colson Mackey.
Stepping in number 16, Colson Mackey.
First at bat of the day for the sophomore. Originally brought in a pinch run for Charlie Johns. He takes first pitch strike on the outside corner. Mackey dribbles one to third base. Daniel looks over to Corbin. Keeps him there for a second. Corbin goes home and he's thrown out. A double play by the Tigers, throwing Mackey out at first and Corbin out at home. And just like that, there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Stepping in first baseman number 6, Dallas Bennett.
Dallas Bennett now stepping in for Richland. First pitch delivered outside for ball 1. Bennett fouls one off to the right for strike one. 1-1 count now on Dallas. The 1-1 pitch now to Bennett. Swinging through it on the outside part of the plate, strike two. Daniels will take third base on the ball in the dirt. And it'll be a 2-2 count now with 2 outs, runner on third for Dallas Bennett. And Bennett rips one to left field. That will score Daniels. An RBI single for Bennett makes the score 12-3 in favor of Richland. Good piece of hitting there by Dallas Bennett.
Now batting the middle by John Simon.
We'll bring up John Simons again. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And 1 on for the junior Simons. He looks at ball 1 outside. Simons looks at strike 1, but that was in the same place as ball 1. So 1-1 count now on Simons. As he looks at ball 2 in the bottom half of the zone. So the 2-1s from Van Voorhis. Outside, catcher throws down to try to get Dallas Bennett stealing, and he can't get him in time. And Bennett will take second base. So runner is in scoring position now for John Simons. The 3-1 to Simons. That's hit into center field. Will that be over the center fielder's head? Yes, it will. And that will end the game for Richland. Final score on the John Simons game-winning RBI double, 13-3 in favor of the Bombers. So it took a little extra half a frame to close out the Tigers as they scored 3 in the top of the 5th, but the Bombers come back with 2, and they win the game 13-3 over the Lewis and Clark Tigers. So we'll give you some final score updates. First off, from Gonzaga Prep, it's still Hanford 1, Gonzaga Prep 0 in the top of the 3rd in that game. Quickly pull up the Chiawana score. Again, the Bombers will take on the winner of this contest on Tuesday night here at Bomber Field or up in Spokane if the Central Valley Bears come back and take that one. Still 9-4 Chiawana, top of the 7th inning in Spokane. And we'll take one more look at the Kennewick Lions as they battle the Meade Panthers over at Roy Johnson Field. And that is now 9-1 in favor of the Kennewick Lions in the top of the 6th inning.
Currently in the top of the 7th inning is leading Chihuahua has 9 and Central Valley has 4.
So depending on the outcome of the Chiawana Central Valley game, well, we might have a game here at Bomber Field in the 2nd round for a winner to state contest between the Bombers and the Riverhawks or the Bombers and the Bears. In the meantime, stay tuned to all the Richland Bombers social media accounts, Bomber Athletics on Twitter and Athletics Bomber on Instagram, with all of your postseason updates from soccer to baseball and softball as the Bombers chase state championship banners, as is tradition here in the spring at Richland High School. So that'll be it for Bomber Field. From wherever you are joining us, thank you for joining us here on Atomic TV. The final score, the Bombers 13, Lewis and Clark 3. Good night, everybody.